friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today we are doing the final Count My Bookshelves video, and I'm so excited. We probably have the most amount of books to count today, so we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start with this shelf behind me, which is my gifted shelf on the top, Christian fiction, and then a little mishmash of things down at the bottom. And on top here, which you can barely see, there's some decorative kind of old books, which I'm gonna count because they're books, but they're not gonna be counted as read books or TBR books. And if you remember from the other videos, I do have a third category, which is like not TBR books, which is Pango books or books that I wanna gift to someone, or my cookbooks. I'm putting them all, devotionals, I'm putting them all in that third category. I did clean up my sheet. This is what I was working with. And it was getting a little too confusing. So I just typed in all of that information, added a column for totals so that it will be easier to add it all up at the end. So we have one, two, three, four big ones and one skinny one for my book of the month shelf to count today. So we're just gonna get right into it. My goodness, I have a lot of books, friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my books up on the top, which you can't really see. There you go. There's some decoration up there. I can just tell it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's going to be 16 books that are not part of a TBR. I'm going to use this paper to just track as I'm going, and then I'll put it nicely once I have a number in the other one. All right, here we go. Gifted shelf. 36. And what I thought I was going to do early on is to separate them with fiction and nonfiction, and I'm not. 36 gifted books. Now we're moving into my Christian fiction, and there will be some read ones mixed in here, I think. Pretty sure these are all going to be TBR books as well. All right, as we get down to this two bottom shelves, things get a little tricky because I have read a bunch of these. This shelf is mostly Ted Dekker and Francine Rivers, and I've read almost all of these. I have not read this duology by Francine Rivers, and I have not read AD 30. I think that's the only Ted Dekker one I didn't read, and I've only read book 1 and 2 of this series. So 2 of these are unread. So 2, 3, 4, 5 unread. So 5 TBR, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, I didn't read that one either. That's 6. Let me start that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. And now this mess. Children's books I'm not counting. Beverly Cleary I am going to count, but I'm probably going to put them on my TBR, even though I've read most of them probably when I was really little, but I don't remember, honestly. Look how dusty. Oh my word. I need to get in here and dust. Most of these are read. I have not read Swiss Family Robinson. Oh, this is Cleary. This should be over here. Oh, I can get rid of this Little House. I have the box set in the other room. That can go in my Pango pile. I've read these, but children's books I'm not counting. And then of these Ted Dekker books, I've read all of them. Okay, totals for my Christian fiction shelf. 46 read, 103 not read, 12 that I'm not counting, those children's books at the bottom, and 1 Pango book. And I'm putting Pango separate because when I count up all my books at the end, I am not going to include Pango books because basically they're gone. Even though they're technically still in my house, they're not. I just don't want to count them. So I'm not going to. So I kept the Pango book that I found, that extra little house book. I'm going to put that in Pango. And so the total for that shelf, oh shoot, I didn't add that up. I just tried to give you my totals and already I was messing stuff up because I forgot to add the top shelf and the gifted shelf. So on my shelf over here, Christian fiction, gifted, books on the top, random on the bottom, I have a total of 46 read books, 139 unread books, 1 Pango book, which I'm keeping separate, and 28 not TBR books. So for a total of 213 on that shelf. Now I need to move this chair because we're going to head over here to my book of the month shelf. And then we're going to get into these guys. Wow. I'm going to move over to this, like I said, this book of the month shelf. I've got a couple up on top and then just mostly 3 shelves of books. There's a couple in there for Christmas and other things. And then the bottom is puzzles. This one is Christian nonfiction, classics, and then this is part of my alphabetized rows. So, but we're going to start with this corner shelf here. Okay, pretty simple there. I have 3 that are not TBR books. Those Myrtle, this book is like a puzzle. It's got logic puzzles in it, so I'm not counting those as TBR. 3 of those, and then for some reason I have Kate Morton books down there. 3 of those I've read. So 3 read, 3 non-TBR. 32. It was 32 unread books. And I'm going to go ahead and count these ones, and I'm going to use my little tapes so I don't have to remember. So enjoy the music while I count. Okay, that was tricky. I had a couple devotionals down there, so I'm not counting those as TBR. I had some read ones mixed in with some not read on both my classic shelf and that Christian nonfiction shelf. So let me put all these onto my paper and I'll figure out the numbers and get right back to you. All right, moving to the middle. It's going to be pretty straightforward for 1, 2, 3, 4 of the shelves, but the 2 on the bottom are series. And so there will be a mixture of read and unread, but I'm going to go ahead and count the 4 easy ones first, and then we'll go down and take a look at the series ones. Okay, so this shelf here and this shelf here are all sub-series, many of which I've read. So we're going to just go ahead and look. This Keeper of Lost Cities, I have read all of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, even the graphic novel, 12. I read the first 3, 13, 14, 15, and I've read the first 2. What did I say? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 read and 3 unread. And down on the bottom, I have read the Mistborn series and the Farseer series. None of these are read, so those are unread. Read, half of these are read, half are unread. I'm actually going to unhaul these, I think. But for now, they're going to stay on my TBR. I'll decide that later. I haven't read any of these Sherlock books, and I did read all of these. So I've got 4, let's do red first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 red. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 unread. All right, I've moved my chair back And we just have this one shelf left to do. And so these 4 are all unread, except there's some Lucinda Riley that's read, there's some Susanna Kearsley that's read, and there's some Hazel Gaynor that's read. So those 3 authors I'm gonna have to take a closer look at. And then down on the bottom are series again. So we'll get up close and personal to look at those. But let me go ahead and start with these top ones. Okay, once again, we are down here with series, quite a few of which I have read. And then I don't want to forget this pile of favorites from the first half of the year and my favorites basket so far. I can't forget about those. So on this shelf, I've read all 3 of those. So I've read that one. I've read the first 2 of this series. Is this the second one? I can't even remember. Why don't they have numbers on the spine? Yeah, this is the first 2. I just switched them. So I've read these 2. And then I got rid of all the Louise Penny that I already read because I don't think I want to keep them. So these are all unread. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where did I put my pen? 6 read. Oh no. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 read. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 TBR. One final shelf. This is the Betsy Tacy series. I've read all except these 2 bonus ones. Oh no, I did read Emily. I did not read this one, the top one. I've read those 3. I've read all except, yeah, I've read all 4 of those. I'm on book 5. I've read all the Vanderbeekers. I did read Ship of Magic, but not these 2. And then I've read the books of Bayern. So we'll do read ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 read. And 1, 2, 3. Only 3. And then I'm just going to go ahead and count up these favorites over here. 17 there. And just one little last pile. This is my favorites basket. And I forgot I have one more decorative book. So this is a not TBR, but it's still a book. And then these are all read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, on that final shelf, this shelf here, I had 33 read books, 123 not read books, and none that were not part of a TBR. So 156 altogether, which is pretty similar. I was 156 on this, 156 on this one, 155 on this one, and 159 on that one. So they were all 3 of those were pretty close. Are you ready for some totals? For anybody playing along, I haven't been giving you the overall totals as we've been going, and this is the 4th video. So put in the comments right now, what is your guess for my total? I've already said that it's well over 1,000. So that's the clue that you've gotten. And if you've been paying attention to the other 3 videos, you kind of have a little bit of a clue, plus the numbers I just gave you today. You could go back and count everything if you wanted, but just have fun and guess a number. Okay, so of all of my shelves in my whole house, well, first of all, the number for today that we counted between these 3 shelves, my book of the month shelf in the corner and my Christian fiction shelf, gifted shelf over there, the number for today is 749 altogether with just those 4 shelves. 4.5. So that gives you a clue. Here we go, guys. So altogether in my whole house, I have 789 read books. I would like that number, honestly, to go down. I don't reread that often that I need to keep 789 books. That feels excessive to me. And maybe that's where the excess is. Except that I have 979 unread books. My TBR is 979. I almost have a library, according to that. Whoever said that 1,000 books makes a library. I'm very close to that. 979 unread books and 183 books that are not part of a TBR. That means children's books, devotion books, decorative books, etc., etc. I did not include Pango books because I feel like those are already gone. They're here technically, and I could add them up. About 54 Pango books in my house at the moment. Altogether, did you do that math? Altogether, my number is 1,952 books in my house. 1,952 books. Part of me is like, you need to go get 48 more books and make it an even 2,000. Part of me is like, no, Krista, don't do that. Oh my gosh, not 1,952 books in my home. You know what I'm really thankful for? I'm thankful for the space. I'm thankful for this extra bonus room in my house. I don't know what this room is for. It's not listed as a bedroom. I think it's technically the dining room because it's hardwood in here and all the bedrooms are carpeted. This is where the attic is to get the lift to get up in the attic. I'm not sure what this room is, but for me, it's a library and it works. And I'm very thankful to have the space. I have not always had the space in every place that I've lived. So as long as I'm here, I'm going to enjoy it. There may come a day someday when I need to pare down, but for now, I'm just going to enjoy it. So there you have it. 1,952. 1,952. That's how many books are in my house. I hope you've enjoyed this series. It was a big project to take the time to count everything, but it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. And now it's done. Now I know. Now I have a number. And it's high. Whoa. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I would love to chat with you down in the comments about this series, about my total. Were you right? Were you close? I'm very curious. That's going to be it. I'm wrapping this up. I'm going to go put comfy clothes on and read now for the rest of the night, except that I need to go to bed early. Thank you so much for watching and coming along with me on this counting my books journey. Is there a calculator emoji? Because I had to use the calculator a lot today. If you made it this far and you don't really have a comment to add, go ahead and put a little calculator in the comments just to let me know that you were here. I always appreciate seeing who is here, and it helps my video to get more engagement, and that means more people will be able to see it and join this little corner of the internet. Thank you for being a part of my little world here at Books and Jams. I'm very thankful to have you here and that you spend any amount of time watching my videos. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.